It is one of those cities you don't hear much about, but Jacksonville, Florida is an eye-opener for jet-setters who love good food.
And Jacksonville has a place in what might be one of the biggest disruptions and advancements to the worldwide economy.
Plus, we unearth a great deal for you if you want to indulge in the all-inclusive Hard Rock resorts.
And head to a golf course that has a strange par 4, and we see how John played it. Cheers and welcome. We are coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida.
We're actually here at a great place to hang out near a pool, but we are also going to take you to Everbank Field, the home of the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars.
And there we enjoyed some tailgating with some folks who were incredibly hospitable and friendly to us.
And what we didn't realize was Jacksonville is a great food town.
What up?
Yeah, baby.
Go Jaguars! Jack's back! Yeah! We in it for the win, baby. Oh yeah! Y'all make some noise behind me! Make some noise for the Jaguars! Yes! Yes, you need a beat too.
Jacksonville loves their Jags, as we found out. We crashed some tailgaters outside Everbank Stadium.
And it's not all beads and Jaguar logos either. We found some great food beyond hot dogs and hamburgers.
Eric Totsky is a Navy vet who cooked on subs. He plans his meals long in advance, like these Korean
Made
ribs.
up my own marinade for it and everything, so nice and sliced short ribs that are Korean style, and then grilling them up.
Nice. Okay, so you said during the season when it gets a little chillier, you kind of change.
Then we'll do like a jambalaya. So we'll bring out the big pots and all that stuff, and we'll do jambalaya because it's nice and cool out. Don't want to do it during the heat.
All right. And one of your friends here was saying that you guys going to do this in layers. So you got
Yes.
this
Next
going.
next will be the boneless pork, and then the cheese hot dogs will come out after that.
Nice. Now, do you look forward to this? I mean, you
We plan this. This is something that we plan all year long. Get all the setup and everything. You know, the tents, the tables, everything. So yeah, this is something that you think about well in advance.
His buddy Dave was also a Navy chef. He says he doesn't cook anymore, but he whipped up this pasta salad.
Yep, balsamic vinaigrette.
And you just whipped this up yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you don't cook anymore.
Come
on, wait a minute.
This is bruschetta, little bruschetta, some salami and cheese that he threw in there.
Tailgating right here is huge. One reason is the building with the nearby restroom.
But right next to the stadium is another prolific tailgater, Wes Bernhardt.
We do a huge tailgate every week. Typically preseason is not when we start, but we decided to start this week. We always tailgate. It's traditional for us to do something from where the team that is visiting, where they're from. So we decided Skyline Chili, which is a Cincinnati favorite, and then Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce on ribs is a big one. So we smoked the ribs out, had flown in some Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce, basted them up and grilled them out here after smoking them for about 7 hours.
Are you a professional chef?
No, just love to cook.
My God, now how long do you prepare this?
Depends on the week. If it's something that needs a lot of preparation, I can start early in the week. Sometimes we'll cook a whole pig out here at a night game, and I start that at least 7 days beforehand. A couple weeks when you talk about ordering it, but between brining it and injecting it and things like that, we could spend a long time doing these things, but we get prepared as much as possible depending on what it is.
And you invite all your friends?
So we've got about 150 people on an email list, kind of do a blog, and then everybody contributes, everybody adds in. We do shots. You see you've got Bengal Tiger shots there, so people bring a little alcohol, bring a bar, and everybody contributes. So it's a really great input from everyone and a well-attended event.
Jacksonville is more than just the Jaguars. One of our Lyft drivers called it a small, quaint town masquerading as a big city. It has a corporate feel in the downtown, but it also has a touch of the Deep South. This is a military town too, and since it's on the water, it also has a lot of beaches.
Jacksonville has plenty of ride services. We use Lyft most of the time here, and that is good because Jacksonville has many great restaurants.
We found a gem called Orsay. It is a French restaurant, but it is hip, modern, and French. We snuck in on a Saturday night with a wide variety of patrons of different ages and ethnicities.
The staff here is deeply committed to their food. They take tests on the menu every week, and that attention to detail really pays off.
They also have some very creative cocktails like this blood orange martini. Another cocktail with an orange theme was the Crucial Taunt with rum.
These roasted oysters were superb with bacon, spinach, and Parmesan cheese.
Get this entree, the cassoulet. This is a duck leg confit with local field peas, roasted tomatoes, bacon, and Pommery pan sauce. It was also our waiter Patrick's favorite.
We also love this black truffle mac and cheese. Do we need to say anything more? No, it's black truffle mac and cheese.
Next, we found Hawkers. This is in Jacksonville's art section. This place was jamming.
It was described to us as Asian tapas or Asian street food, and it was fabulous.
We tried this coconut sake. Warning, very addicting. We could have slurped and slurred this all night long.
We began with this curry chicken, a nice bite, but not too much. Then we got kimchi rice. This had a little bite to it as well. It was superb with the veggies and the fried eggs in it. And next we combined them both together, and that was perfect.
As great as that was, this may have been the winner. The bulgogi beef tacos. Yes, it is an Asian place, but the beef had a luscious Asian taste with some kimchi and an extra bite.
Next, we hit the San Marco area of Jacksonville. It is a great spot for jet-setters to walk around and try some great cuisine.
We were served some libations at the Grape and Grain Exchange. This is a bar and liquor store, but in the back on certain nights, this becomes a speakeasy in honor of those who defied Prohibition. Everything is out in the open now. As the bartenders here, they really know their stuff.
The owner, Jackson, put together a special drink for us. It's called the Beau Carré, a Manhattan-style cocktail, but you have to ask for it. It's not on the menu.
Next, we hit Taverna. This is just another surprise from the Jacksonville culinary scene. The treat was these prawns cooked in olive oil, garlic, and red peppers. You actually used the bread to sop up the juice even after the shrimp was gone.
Yes. And another great find near the airport is Millhouse Steakhouse. What a surprise. This was a great tasting gumbo. It might have needed a tad more salt, but we still thought it was worth opening your meal with. This steak and prawns dish was fabulous too. The steak was cooked to perfection at medium rare, and the prawns were nicely spiced in butter and garlic.
So Jacksonville has a lot to offer. Don't put off that trip to go there.
And when we come back, we take a look at a new form of currency that just might change the world.
And part of it started right here in Jacksonville with a pizza. And welcome back. We are here in Jacksonville enjoying the food, the fun, and the people, and this has turned out to be a great city.
Oh, absolutely. And Jacksonville also has a place in the history of a cryptocurrency that is sweeping the world.
It wasn't this non-gluten pizza in Jacksonville, Florida, but a local pizza place delivered a pizza called in by someone from London who paid for it with Bitcoin.
That was the first transaction ever done with Bitcoins.
Now, we are always trying to bring you disruptive companies and technologies here on Undercover Jetsetter.
Watch out for Bitcoin.
It is a cryptocurrency that avoids any government currencies. It is owned by the people who use Bitcoins. As a result, it is everywhere and nowhere.
Now, if you don't understand it now, don't worry. It requires you to change your thinking about money.
Because Bitcoins are created through a computer mining process that requires so-called miners and their computers to solve problems first, before a Bitcoin is created.
To see what we mean? This is a great book to read, The Age of Cryptocurrency.
It is catching on in a huge way around the world, especially in Asia. There is a fear that governments will devalue their currency to continue paying for the excessive debt.
Bitcoin puts the power of the currency back into the hands of the people, not the politicians or the bankers.
Now, are there some hurdles still? Sure.
For instance, the transaction allows you to be anonymous. This can be difficult for law enforcement.
Another hurdle is getting more merchants to take Bitcoin. This is beginning to happen. Many more companies are now accepting Bitcoin.
In fact, we know someone who has literally lived off of Bitcoins for the last 2 years in South Korea.
Why is this happening? There are no transaction fees like the processing fees that banks charge when you pay or transfer money. This keeps prices low and keeps more money in your pocket, not the bank's.
If you're a Jetsetter looking for cutting-edge disruption, it is worth your time to check it out.
We have this site that you can get involved in. And if you're interested in cryptocurrency, check out this site again, and we're going to have a lot more coming up on future shows about how this will affect you as far as travel and jet setting.
And when we come back, we unveil a deal for you at one of our favorite all-inclusive resorts.
We witnessed the making of a new drink. It's called the Pancake. It is Bailey's and Crown Royal Maple.
It is delicious. It's one of those drinks you have right before going to work on a Friday, or maybe even a Saturday.
For us, it is more of an after-dinner drink, but the collaboration started at the Crown Plaza at the Jacksonville airport.
It all started at the Rainforest Lounge with our colleague and Pancake co-creator, Trey Ford.
Well, I came in over to the bar and she asked what I wanted with my Baileys. Typically you put it with some coffee, but she had this Crown Maple. And so it seems like a breakfast drink, like he said, you know, drink it before you go to work on a Friday. And so I said, why not call it the Pancake? So we got the Pancake, it's Baileys mixed with Maple Crown Royale.
His collaborator was Sue, the bartender at the Rainforest Lounge.
I said, Bailey's? I said, just Bailey's? He said, no, give me some Crown. I was like, I have a thought. I said, how about the maple? I said, tastes like trouble and tastes like another. He's back for more.
So there you have it, a great bartender and a great drinker exploring new libation lands to bring you the Pancake.
And you heard it all first on Undercover Jetsetter. Welcome back, everyone. We are in Jacksonville, Florida, enjoying the sun, sand, and great food and drinks that this town has to offer.
And at some point, you may want to try an all-inclusive.
And one of our favorites is the Hard Rock Resort.
And you just found out that there are some great deals coming up that you can take advantage of.
The Hard Rock has some of the best all-inclusives, and they are growing. You literally get there and put your wallet and credit card away. But you get even more with the resort credits.
Yeah, what's great about our resort credit is that it's limitless. So nobody's telling you how to spend your money. You can spend it all in the spa. You can go to the spa every day if you want to. You can spend it on golf, on tours, on various excursions. Another great feature is that it depends on how long you stay. You're always going to get some sort of resort credit, but even if you only stay 3 nights, you'll get $500. Stay 7 nights, you'll get $1,800.
And at certain times of the year, like in the fall season, you get even more.
During certain seasons, we'll actually double the resort credit. So if you travel during September and October, for example, we can double the resort credit from $1,800 to $3,600 to spend in the spa, to go on tour, to play golf, however you want to do that.
Check out all the Hard Rock all-inclusives right here, and Jetsetter Deals can help you find the right one for you.
And in future shows, we'll have more on the Hard Rock all-inclusive resorts. Plus, you can go to this website to get even more information.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Tweet us at UCFoodieTV, #UndercoverJetsetter. Send us all your favorite food and drinks.
And when we come back, we're going to take you to a golf course with a very strange par 4.
And you play it in a most unconventional way.
Little River, South Carolina is just north of Myrtle Beach, and that's where you'll find the casual dining of McMahon's Irish Tavern. Sure, they have what all Irish pubs have: great views, plenty of brew, and lots of friendliness. But McMahon's has some ingenuity. They combine some Irish with Asian with these Irish spring rolls. Magically delicious.
It's going to be corned beef and sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and it's wrapped in a wonton roll and then deep fried.
They were crispy and tasty. Now, our undercover operative said they did nothing to the skins, but they seem to have a different spicy flavor. Very good. And because of the summer and nearby farms, McMahon's also makes some fresh drinks like this watermelon sunset.
A hint of mint in the simple syrup with watermelon, and yours is made with rum, with a splash of soda.
And this peach cooler works after a hot round of golf.
The peach is fresh pureed peaches, peach schnapps, mint-infused simple syrup, and a splash of club soda.
Wow. And not too sweet, but really refreshing.
Refreshing, right.
Ah, now this is Irish with a twist. Try McMahon's in a Little River when you're near Myrtle Beach. And welcome back. We took our cameras and our golf game to a course called the Blackmore Golf Course just south of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And it offers you a unique choice of a hole, and you took that challenge.
We traveled to Murrells Inlet just south of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to get some low country golf. This is Blackmore, a Gary Player design, but the Black Knight uses a lot of the Old South in his design. This is a former rice plantation, and this is a course you must play, but play smart, as head pro Jeff Deal tells me.
Well, it's not an overly long golf course, but it is tricky in spots, and it's a course you need to play a couple times for sure. A lot of dog legs, some decision making throughout your round is prevalent to scoring well, so definitely a course you need to play a couple times for sure.
So maybe not take the driver out as much?
No, you don't. Depending upon how long you could hit it, you can lay it out in the fairways with a 3-wood, and in some of the holes, even a long iron or a hybrid. I just played the other day, and I hit a lot of hybrids just to try to score. I was trying to beat somebody. But you could also try to cut some of those dog legs and really get a little flip wedge in your hand. So it gives you some really good decisions to make, and depending on where you want to go with your round.
The signature hole is the 8th hole. It is a par 4, but it offers you a tasty choice or a show your stuff challenge.
It's a dog leg, pretty much a dog leg. Just make a right-hand turn if you lay it out. But there's also another fairway that you can shoot straight down to the right, and it takes you right to the hole. And it's only about 275 to 285 to the front of the green. So it does entice a lot of people, but it's narrow. The fairway is mounding, almost like a link style golf course where you might not have an even lie when you get out there, but it does give you a couple of options. And I love to sit out in the trees and just watch people, see what they're doing. It's a lot of fun.
Now, my playing partner on this day is New York Jimmy, just off hip replacement surgery. You couldn't tell though, he still hits it good. But he takes the safe way on the 8th hole. He drills it down the left side and leaves himself about 120 yards.
The smart play is always to play the left side of the fairway and then make your right and hit your little approach shot onto the green.
So New York Jimmy is the smart guy, but me, well, what if I'm feeling it?
So if you hit the ball fairly straight off the tee with your driver, at least 250, 260, 270, it's worth going for.
It absolutely is. It's narrow. It doesn't give you a lot of room for error. If you miss, you'll be in some trouble.
Hey, this is Undercover Jetsetter. So I take the plunge and I crush my drive right into the right trees, but luckily it drops down in the tree-lined rough. Now, New York Jimmy hits a beauty to the green. Me, well, I have to pull off another Seve Ballesteros escape act. I hit a fade from under the tree from about 140 and leave it just past the back pin, barely off. Jimmy misses his birdie and has a ho-hum par. Me, I actually miss my birdie chip and tap in for a more exciting par, but no better than Jimmy. So what does head pro Jeff Deal think of that?
It's just like, no matter what, if you play a venue where there was an open or something, you're just going to try and play the back tees like the pros do. And big mistake. Just play for those shots, score well, come back, then you can go for some of those other fun things.
Or be real lucky. Blackmore is a great track with great folks. It is worth playing, but you have to take on that challenge of number 8. Hopefully you'll be more skilled and as lucky as I was. Now, besides that unique hole, Pawleys Island has a lot of great restaurants nearby.
And we will have a lot more of that coming up in future shows. Until then, thanks for joining us from Jacksonville, Florida.
Cheers. even good in plastic.